Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Lorena and I love to share my recipes with you. And if you've been here before, then hello again. Welcome to my second episode of my Peru series. Maybe you don't know this, but on the 28th of July it's Peru's Independence Day, and I thought it would be nice to make a series of videos with making Peruvian dishes just to commemorate our independence. If you want to see the first video of the series, then you can click on the link in the description box below that takes you to the playlist where you can see my Peruvian recipes. Today we're going to make crema volteada, or actually it translates to flipped cream. So this is a dish that wasn't invented in Peru. It definitely starts with a French creme caramel, and it has been adapted all around Latin America, and this is the Peruvian version. In general, Peruvian desserts, and I think also lots of Latin American desserts, like to use evaporated milk and the condensed milk in their recipes, and that makes it extra creamy, and even the sweetness comes through differently with condensed milk. So this dish is super simple, but there are a couple things that you will have to be careful of. So for example, we're going to make a direct caramel, so I'll teach you how to make that so it doesn't burn, but you will have to be careful if you're around kids especially. The rest is quite simple. We're going to bake it at a really low temperature because if there's something that I hate inside my crema volteada are bubbles. I hate them. Like, I would not eat a crema volteada that has bubbles in them. I think they're gross. I'm gonna be using individual molds. This is not the traditional way. The traditional way is to use one of those large molds with a hole in the center that you would use for a traditional bun cake. But I thought it would be nicer to make it in these. And if you want to make the large version of this, then you need to multiply this recipe by 3. As always, if you want to see the full recipe, then all you need to do is click on the link in the description box below or on the eye above me, and that will take you to the blog where you will find lots more recipes. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to put thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already. I'm now going to make this crema volteada, so if you want to see how it's done, then keep on watching this video. Okay, so we're going to start with the caramel. Here I have an extremely clean pan. Why do I say extremely clean? Because I know that this pan was clean. It was inside my pan drawer. But now I actually washed it once again, because if there's any impurity in here that comes in contact with our caramel, then the caramel will crystallize, and that's definitely not something that we want. We want it to be very nice and liquid. The way I like to do direct caramel is to spread a very thin layer of a bit of the sugar that we have for the recipe on the bottom first. I prefer to use a pan rather than a pot because it has a larger surface area, and this one is on medium heat. Once it starts to melt, we redistribute the dry sugar, and so it will stick to the one that's melting. This way we guarantee that those hot spots won't be burning up. Once most of it has melted, then we can add a bit more sugar and try to put it on top of the places that are mostly melted. Now you can see that it's almost all melted and it's starting to caramelize. At this point you can start tilting the pan to help it go everywhere, but definitely don't use any tools because it will crystallize. So now everything's melted, it's nice and golden, and this is the color that we're looking for. Anything darker than this, or when it starts to smoke, then it means that it's going to start to get bitter. Then it immediately goes onto the base of our molds. We just want a thin layer, about 2 millimeters of thickness. Make sure it goes all around the base. Remember that the caramel at this point is extremely hot, so please be careful. To just mix everything else in, and we're going to try not to make too much fuss with the whisk because all the bubbles that are in there then are going to go in here, and as I told you, I hate bubbles in my crema volteada. So we mix the egg yolks, we also mix the condensed milk, the evaporated milk, the vanilla essence, and the eggs. So like I said, we're not making a meringue, so you don't need to go to town with the whisking. We're just trying to incorporate all the ingredients together. Okay, so now we're going to pass it through a sieve. And this is just to take all the large clumps of egg that could be in the mix. Now I'm going to clean this up and we're going to do it once again. And finally, once more, but this time you don't need to clean this bowl, there's barely anything there. Now I'm going to sieve it one last time, but this time with a clean sieve and onto this jug so I can pour it inside. No! Well, there you go, so you see that I make mistakes as well. Okay, so I could do a couple more with these, probably about 3 more, but I'm gonna do it afterwards. You can store this in the fridge and use it up to 2 days afterwards. Remember that this has a lot of egg in it, so don't store it more than that. Another trick that we're going to use is just one that makes sure that we don't have any bubbles inside, and it's just to stir it a bit with a knife, with the back of a knife or a stick, just to remove the air from inside. They're going to cook in a bain-marie, and I recommend that you first put the tray inside the oven and then you put the boiling water on the tray so you don't risk burning yourself. Okay, so they just went into an oven that's preheated to 120 degrees, and because they're really small, they're going to take about 45 minutes, I assume. We just have to touch it and see that they're firm to touch. If you're going to make a large bowl instead of individual ones, then it's probably going to take about 1 hour and 30 or even 2 hours to cook. Welcome back! So they were in the oven for 45 minutes like I told you. I think they're perfect. After that, they do need to be in the fridge for about 4 hours, so you let them come to room temperature and then pop them in the fridge. If you're making a large one, it definitely has to be overnight just for it to set completely. And I'll show you right now how I did it to unmold these. So here I have the mold with the Crema Volteada we did, and I have a knife. Make sure that it doesn't have any teeth on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round the knife around this. This one has a bit of Crema Volteada on it. I'm gonna run the knife around it, and then I'm just gonna flip it a bit towards the outside. That's why we left these about 5 millimeters around the edge so that we can turn it around. So I first went carefully around the edges, and then I was confident to go all the way to the end. The good thing is that the silicone gives away to the pressure of the knife, so it helps a lot to not leave anything behind. And there you go, a silky smooth Crema Volteada. It's really good. It doesn't taste eggy at all. It has the right amount of sweetness. I think it's just perfect. That was my Crema Volteada recipe. I really hope you liked it. If you did like it, don't forget to put thumbs up to this video. It makes me really happy. Also, if you make this recipe or any other recipe from the vlog, please tag me or send it to me because I really love to see what you cook. I'm posting videos every Thursday and Sunday, so if you don't want to miss any of them, then I recommend that you subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, Pinterest and Facebook as Cravings Journal. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you next time.